Microsoft recently did a study, and it said that the average attention span is only 8 seconds long. And that's a shame, because right now it's more important than ever before for people, you and I, to be willing to commit ourselves to building and increasing our value, which will in turn increase our worth and our ability to be able to provide for ourselves and for our families. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing 3 ways for you to keep your sales high when traffic is low, all right? And the first things first that we have to address, with all of the panic, with all of the gloom and doom, with everything going on, folks, listen, I know it's extremely scary. I know things are tough right now, but please realize this one thing. We see people losing their jobs, the restaurant industry getting obliterated, okay? We have customer service positions that have just been blown by the wayside. And there's more to come. But the one thing that is a fact that will always be necessary for everything, not just in this country, but in this world to move, it will always require people like you and I, sales professionals who bridge the gap between those who have a product or service and those who have a need. Now, it's up to us to do whatever we can to increase our skill set, because let's face it, we have the opportunity to be able to dictate and determine how much money, how much income, how much revenue we choose to generate, regardless of a pandemic and regardless of what type of elections are going on. And let me explain to you how. It all begins with the mentality. If you wake up in the morning and you jump on your phone and you're looking at Instagram and Facebook, you're looking at the gloom and doom news of the media, then you get dressed and you take a shower and you go to your place of business, and it can feel like, why the hell am I even trying? The world is going to hell in a handbasket. What difference does it make? And let me explain to you. It makes a huge difference, because even though the media is reporting on those gloom and doom stories, let me give you some sunshine through this darkness. There are millions of people who are out here who are not only gainfully employed, but are making money. There are people that are in this automotive industry right now who aren't struggling, who aren't doing $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 a month. These people are making $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000 a month. But here's the kicker. People ask me all the time. I get messages or they see me out and about or when I'm at a dealership. Brian, what can I do to make more money? What can I do to make more money? What can I do to make more money? And when I give them the answer, their response is typically the same. And this group of people are typically the medium, should I say average, to low performers. I'm also going to share with you what the top performers say and what the top performers do. You see, the bottom performers, and these are people that every month find themselves being inconsistent. Every month find themselves having to bust their ass the last week just to be able to either stay out of the draw and make a little bit of money, or to avoid being fired because they haven't been hitting the mark and been missing the mark every month. You know what I find about them? This. They'll tell you they don't have time to read. They don't have the extra resources to be able to invest in, whether it be books or training or attending a conference. Hell, even if it's not even about spending money, just taking time to listen to information that can feed their brain, increase their skill set, which will increase their bank account. They don't have time for this, but if you look, they got the iPhones. If you look, they got the latest gym shoes on, the Jordans or the LeBrons. If you look, they try to keep themselves up with all of the newest, latest apps and this, that, and the other, and are constantly singing the song of how bad it is out here, how there's no opportunity, and how everybody's broke, and how, things are just so slow. Then you have the other group of people that I work with, the super achievers. These are the $100,000 a year plus earners. And I'll even back it down to those who are making 80 and 90, but they're consistent. Do you know what they ask me? What books do you read? What audio programs do you listen to? What trainings do you attend? Where can I go to learn how to get better? What can I do to increase my skill set? What does it take to be able to reach a plateau or to even get where you are, Brian? And the answer is simple when they come to me with that. Number one, everything you need is already on the inside of you. Everything. This is where the mentality comes from. Giving thanks and giving praise is an admirable thing to do. But giving thanks for the tools, giving thanks for the strength, giving thanks for the abilities you already been blessed with. Now it's time to put them into action. It's like baking a cake. To bake a cake, you require eggs, flour, milk, let's say sugar, right? But if I took 30 pounds of flour, 18 pounds of sugar, 20 gallons of milk, and let's say 10 gallons of, or 38 eggs, and I mixed them together, you know, we make some slop. But if I took 3 eggs, maybe a cup and a half of milk, maybe 2 cups of flour, and then maybe a half a cup of oil, and I mix it together, now we got the chance to make a tasty pastry. We use the same exact ingredients, we only learn how to apply the proper measurements. And that's the same thing with you and I. Okay, so let's get into the skill set part of what it takes. Number one is the mentality. Do you wake up every day saying that I'm a champion and I'm gonna make it happen? Or do you go in hoping that it happens? How do you make it happen? You make it happen by utilizing the resources that you have. Number one, we have email, we have text message, we have our mouth, we have social media. The average closing percentage for going and greeting a customer on your lot is 25%. The average closing percentage when you have people that are calling your store looking for you or coming in looking for you goes as high as 60%, 6 out of 10. So Smart Money said that if you know that you have the ability to help 6 out of 10 people make a smart, safe buying decision with you at your dealership, you may want to channel your energy and your time over there. Now, when it comes to what do you do to leverage these resources, social media, people are on Instagram and Facebook all day, but when I check their pages, their dealer page, their personal page, they have 0 videos of them doing a 2 or 3 minute walk around on the latest pre-owned vehicle that came in, on one of the 2019s that the dealership is trying to get off the lot, or just a really nice vehicle that you like, that you feel other people will like. Taking that 2 or 3 minutes. Hey, I'm Brian over at ABC Dealership. Y'all gotta check this out. We just got this 2017 Mustang in, and man, it is in excellent condition, got extremely low miles, and it seems like it's calling somebody's name. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Come see me. I'm here at whatever it is. Or when you're sending out a message. People don't realize that when you send out messages, that's what's called copy, the wording in it. It requires certain setup, certain strategy, where you have the objective, the meat, and the call to action. And you want to learn how to use that. Text messages, guess what? People may not check their email. People may not answer every phone call, but guess what we all do? We all read our text messages. And then the phone. Making a phone call is bigger than just, hey, this is Brian at ABC Dealership trying to touch base with you. There is a real way that from the moment you open your mouth and you ask your first question, you can grab that customer, keep them engaged long enough for you to be able to ask questions and hopefully set up that appointment to get them in, okay? So at the end of the day, it requires mentality, it requires strategy, and it requires execution. Every single day, you have to be committed to accomplishing a goal. If that goal is to do 3 demos, write it out. Write your plan to go get it. If that goal is to get in front of 4 people, write it out and the plan to go get it. If that goal is to set 4 or 5 appointments, write it out and the plan to go get it. At the end of the day, you have to be willing to start thinking like a boss. And guess what? You're the CEO of the best business you'll ever own, and that's you. And you can definitely keep your sales high when traffic is low. But there's some strategy, there's a method, there's a way to do it. And as opposed to bumping your head constantly trying to figure it out, especially right now, time is everything and it waits for no man. Take advantage of the resources that have been laid out in front of you. There's a link in the description that'll take you over to the How to Dominate at the Dealership page. And it has everything from the word tracks to the training videos, to the audios, to the sales training manual, everything you need to be a 6-figure earner. And with all of the layoffs and everything going on now, is more important than ever for you to grab hold of your future and take advantage of it. So click that link in the description. Go over and check it out. Keep that mentality strong, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership.